You tuned in to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
Rapping
Yeah, I feel like we walking through a jungle.
Yo, Durk rapping about like.
You gotta do fake shit. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna tell you right now, right? This nigga really, like, the reason, like, I think this shit jokes is because the nigga really tricked himself off the streets. Like,
Who?
your mans.
Nigga, you were trying to trick him off.
I'm the nigga who tricked him off because I'm the nigga. No, listen. No, but listen. Who started the slot for Vaughn shit? Who shit is that?
Yeah, but yeah.
Be honest. Who's the nigga first said slot for Vaughn?
But why would you take credit for that though?
Why would I take credit for it? Cause you remember the nigga Vaughn. Hold on. Vaughn. No, I'm not taking credit. Vaughn said, and if I die, I'm boosting the murder rate. Nigga, he died and ain't nobody died for like 5 years. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was y'all.
What?
Nigga, clear nigga.
Yeah, I think I'm fly.
But y'all be scared of buzz?
Yo, that nigga died in what, 21? 21?
Or 20 years, something like that.
Huh?
Yeah,
2020.
Yeah, 2020, yeah.
He died in 2020. Lil Pab didn't die till fucking 2024, nigga.
That was 2022. But still, like.
Lil Pab died in 22?
Yeah, 22.
20, no, it was, no, nigga.
He died in 22? 100%. He died in 22.
Nigga, I was.
That was. Nigga, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, without saying too much, and this is what I said, like, this is why you.
It's not so me saying too much, nigga. Nobody gonna date you like.
No, because I ain't trying to make it hot.
Use your credit card, nigga.
I ain't trying to make it hot for them. Yo, nigga, you know how many shootings happened along the way before that? Like, you saying, oh, nobody was.
Alright, so make it like this.
Sliding.
What up, my people? You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. 6ix9ine, Akademiks. It was on stream. They talked about the Lil Durk Rico case and how 6ix9ine, he claims, which he was one of the first people who started this slide for Vaughn movement, and how Lil Durk, there ain't those comments, you don't hear him no more, right? And 6ix9ine is single-handedly taking credit for this and really enjoying the fact that Lil Durk is in jail. Now, 6ix9ine is a Lil Durk hater. He's always gonna hate Lil Durk. He's enjoying the fact that he's in jail. He's enjoying the fact that, look, 6ix9ine is trying to take credit for this, but this is something that was already gonna happen. If I tell a lion to hunt, did I make that lion go hunt, or is that just what a lion naturally does? Right? It's what he naturally does. In the streets, violence begets violence. It's the vicious cycle. Something violent, if you're in the streets and something violent happens to you, you respond with violence. That's how the streets work. That's how you don't call the police, you don't call you handle it yourself with more violence. Right? Somebody takes out one of mine, I gotta take out one of yours. And then the cycle continues, right? This is the vicious cycle. But this, and while it might, to the average person, it might not make sense. A lot of stuff in the streets don't make sense, right? A lot of it is about crashing out, about throwing your life away, or taking someone else's life, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's why I say stay out the streets, kids. But you can't sit there and act like you did something. 6ix9ine, you didn't do nothing. You did nothing. Oh, I told him to slide for Vaughn, and he slid for Vaughn. He slid for him, and then when he slid for him, oh, see what I did? I tricked him off the street. You ain't do nothing. You did nothing, nada. You are no competition to Lil Durk. Ever since 6ix9ine snitched, that was the end of his career. His career ended the moment he decided to snitch. And all his street credibility, all the tough talking he was doing, all the street talking he was doing, all that, you just gave up your street card when you snitched. That's what happened. And look, 6ix9ine, he done got the IRS done seized all his jewelry, his chains, the little jigsaw chain. They got all of it. His home, his cars. He got like one car left. And shout out to Akademiks for pushing back and not just going with what 6ix9ine was saying, because 6ix9ine was saying, oh, in Lil Durk's and Von's music, Von said if I pass that, I'm gonna boost the murder rate, and 6ix9ine saying, oh, only this thing happened, only this person lost their life, which this is what haters do. They push the goalpost. Oh, I bet you won't do this. I bet you won't do this. Then you do that thing, and then, oh, well, you ain't do it fast enough. You ain't do it like this. I told you. You know, a hater is always going to push the goalpost, or they wouldn't be haters. You're never going to get props from a hater. Even when you do the very thing that they said you can't do, and you do it, they gonna say, oh well, yeah, but you ain't do this though, and they gonna put another goal, something that they think that you can't attain. They gonna say that, right? And that's the situation that 6ix9ine is in. And look, 6ix9ine, the rap career is over. He might be doing something in Mexico or wherever, South America, wherever he at. He doing that music. Yeah, that's cool. In America, his music does not hit. He hasn't put out a good record since 2020. Since that first record when he got out of jail. That was all right. Besides that, he hasn't put out nothing noteworthy. Nothing that sold, no records. And he just put out two more American songs. He can't beat Lil Durk. You're not gonna out gangster Lil Durk, right? He can't. He done snitched. You can't do that. You can't out rap Lil Durk. He raps better than you, and he sells more records. Everything. Lil Durk just beat him on every level. So this is the only thing that he has to try to act like he got over Lil Von is, oh, I tricked him off the streets. You didn't trick nobody off the streets. And for real, I think that Lil Durk would have did this whether he said Sly for Von or if people commented that at all. I think he still would have did this, right? Because this is what Lil Durk really comes from. That he really comes from that environment, and Von. So he didn't need people to tell him to slide for Von. In his own mind, he probably was gonna do this anyway. And if he wasn't now, if he let those comments get to him, and then yeah, he really did trick himself off the streets. If he wasn't gonna do that without the comments, then yeah, you tricked yourself off the streets. But we gotta start realizing that these gangster rappers, right? These street rappers, we can't say, oh, you tricked yourself off the street, when this is what they glorify. This is what y'all love these gangster rappers for, is for doing gangster shit, right? Oh, he did this. Oh, he's really that. He's right. The more authentic, the more real stuff, gangster stuff they put in the music, and if they're really that, the more they get glorified, to be honest. So even though he's a millionaire, and yeah, what is a millionaire doing? Putting hits out, doing this and doing that, but he comes from a street environment. He comes from a gang environment. So this is not like, oh, he got millions and now he's doing gangster shit like how 6ix9ine did, right? 6ix9ine got the money and then was calling hits and calling people to shoot and all that, right? And then when he got caught up, snitched. But Akademiks pushed back at 6ix9ine because he was saying that Lil Durk and them was saying, oh, I'm gonna slide for Von in the music, and he ain't slide, but in 2 years he did. Akademiks brought up the fact that 6ix9ine, look, you said in your song, one of the I forget what song it's on, it might be Billy, or I forget what song it's on, but he said if the feds come, I ain't telling, I ain't saying nothing, right? He did the exact opposite. You did the exact opposite of what you said in your music, and he brought it up to him, and 6ix9ine didn't have no answer for him. He didn't say, oh, he couldn't say nothing because you really said this in a record. So a lot of people say a lot of stuff in records that they end up reneging on. They don't hold on to their own word, right? Because they're songs, and a lot of these songs are a lot of these artists, they're glorifying their persona, right? So they're saying things that really they wouldn't do. That's really not in them. So like we seen in 6ix9ine, the toughest dude. I won't, if the police come, I won't tell. But we see who you really are in your real, behind the art, behind the music videos, and who you are as a person is when the police come, I'ma tell, cause I can't do jail. That's the type of person 6ix9ine is. One of the worst. If you get caught doing something, hold your own weight, and that's just on that's just a man code. Like, if you do something and the police lock you up for something you did, whether you did it or not, whatever, either if you didn't do it, then fight the case. If you did do it, you can still fight the case or take a plea. But you gotta, it's all about accountability. If you're a man, you hold yourself accountable, and you, whatever your actions bring you, you see through that to the end. You don't go run and tell on somebody or on your friends or whoever to get you out of something that you did. That's a coward move. It's not a man move. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to the 3 members. My son Dimitri, love you. Angela Reddick and John Paul. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard soul, hard spirit.